Good evening. We're the SEBA consulting firm, and we looked at the environmental and managerial issues of Walmart. When we looked for environmental issues that were happening currently, Walmart jumped out right on the top. We figured Walmart would be a good choice since it most likely touches 99% of the people in this room, if not everyone. Our consulting firm consists of 4 individuals. Our name comes right from them. SEBA stands for C for Casey, E for Eric, B for Bird, and A for April. We found that during our research that there's a lot of groups that are upset with Walmart actually being in a monopoly over consumer goods, but it's really not a monopoly. There's a lot of other companies that are in the business of doing the same thing as Walmart, like Target, Kmart, and others. It's just Walmart and Sam Walton do it much better than everyone else. It's quite similar to Microsoft, Apple, and Linux. You have a lot of companies out there that are running Microsoft, and lately you see a little bit of shift towards Apple, but most companies are running Microsoft because every company has to deal with another company, and when you send your documents over, they have to be able to read them. Everybody understands Microsoft isn't a very stable platform. You always have crashes. You get the blue screen of death a lot of times. And a lot of people understand Linux is a very stable platform, and it's a lot better, but you can't get any programs for it. It doesn't relate to Microsoft. So if you go buy a better
operating system,
better product, the Linux product, you're going to be out there by yourself. You're not going to be able to send data to anybody else, and then it's no good for you. Little history about Walmart. Walmart began back in Rogers, Arkansas, when Sam Walton was only 44 years of age. Back in 1962, he started his first Walmart store. They became public in 1970 when he joined the stock market, and he had his first stock market split in 1972 with when the share was actually $47 a share. 1983, Sam's Clubs began. Sam's Club actually allowed small businesses to be able to get their goods, to be able to do their business. Also, larger families could buy their products in bulk. And now that leads us into today, where in 2017 they all have almost 12,000 stores under 59 different names in 28 different countries. Walmart's environmental issues that they're being looked at for. They're continuously made false promises for reducing their carbon emissions footprint, which poses a massive threat to the atmosphere. Their annual output of CO2 emissions is 45 million metric tons a year. In 2005, Walmart agreed to begin cutting down its carbon emissions. However, they've increased their emissions by 14% in the last 12 years since then. And they've been caught donating money to 20 different anti-solar organizations to slow down environmental progress. I do not understand why anybody would want to slow down solar organizations from making progress in that field. I see that as a win-win, harnessing free energy. They have also been caught illegally disposing hazardous materials into the world's sewage system and pled guilty on the case and paid over $100 million in restitution funds for their improper handling of toxic chemicals. When many activists are concerned with the quality of the products Walmart produces, they offer low-quality goods at lower prices to help increase profits. However, when these goods are eventually break or no longer work, people are forced to throw them away. Then the question of where those products go is often ignored. The majority of the landfills are constantly being overflooded with products similar in nature to that of which Walmart produces, introducing the fear of waste overflow into our society. This, coupled with their constant growth and need to build warehouse-sized factories and retail locations on top of pre-existing nature, continue to leave Walmart vulnerable to negative attention from the media and environmental activists. Walmart has chosen to fight back the negative media attention through the development of strategies to help reduce their carbon footprint. Current strategies that are being implemented consist of Walmart's attempt to reduce the environmental impacts along their current supply chain. They plan to create a more circular economy from the farming to the end life of one of their products. Earlier in 2017, Walmart has finally introduced a plan to cut down their carbon emissions. In April, they introduced a plan called Project Gigaton. This is said to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to the equivalent of the removal of 211 million cars from the roadways by 2030. They've chosen to spread the focus into 6 specific areas consisting of energy, agriculture, waste, packing, deforestation, and product design. Walmart's corporate website extensively lists the ideas they have implemented to help give back to nature for anyone interested in seeing their plans. From a viewer standpoint, some of the plans that they've implemented are very minuscule for such a large corporation. In order to help adapt to the environment, Walmart should actually take action to make a massive change. They should shy away from their continuous use of money and marketing to make 1% differences seem astronomical, and actually follow through with strategies that can result in the greater good for both corporations and partnerships involved with Walmart and the environment equally. By stalling on their development, they have created an untrustworthy image where people are doubting that they will follow through with all of the extensive plans they have come up with to help change their image. Walmart has remained a leader in the retail industry by implementing a 3-step plan codenamed Project Impact. This plan has allowed Walmart to achieve its goals in the market. Under Save Money, Live Better, Walmart has increased the number of its store brand Great Value products. As a result, Walmart gives its consumers cheaper alternatives to big name brands and gives them greater value for its products compared to its competitors. Win, Play, Show is Walmart's way of letting suppliers compete with each other by keeping the products on shelves that can maintain low prices while discarding the ones that can't, thus giving customers a better value of products than their competitors. Fast, Friendly, Clean is Walmart's plan to create an environment that is efficient by implementing a steady flow of merchandise as well as improving efficiencies in the supply chain and transportation. Walmart uses a hierarchical functional organizational structure. At the top of the hierarchy is the CEO. Everyone else in the organization organization answers either to an assigned superior or to the CEO directly. Managers in a hierarchy structure usually have an easy time managing all the subordinates beneath them. However, as orders descend further down the chain of command, it turns into a game of telephone. Commands and orders get distorted and misunderstood as they go down the hierarchy, making things difficult for the members of the organization at the bottom of the hierarchy. Walmart puts emphasis on training all its employees on 4 of the company's deeply held beliefs. These beliefs include prioritizing the customers, valuing what every employee has to offer, aiming for the extraordinary, whether you are an individual or a team, and the virtues of honesty, fairness, and integrity. Walmart has had success in the retail market using its various mechanisms of control. Walmart utilizes market control to manipulate the availability and affordability of their goods and services. Clan control allows Walmart to target various groups that can be identified by sharing a common belief or interest. Audit control allows an organization to monitor and properly adjust its financial accounts. Performance standards are the objectives and goals that are set to properly motivate employees to strive for a higher standard of accomplishment. Walmart has an organizational structure that is ideal for a company in the retail industry with their global scope of operations. Walmart also has ideal beliefs within their organizational culture. However, Walmart is constantly criticized for its negligence of the belief respect for individuals. If Walmart would take the time to ensure that the respect for individuals' belief was properly fulfilled, this would lead to higher morale within the company as well as improve their image in the eyes of the world. In conclusion, we found Sam Walton owes it to the consumer to do what's right for the environment. I think they should help the world proceed to become greener, and they should ensure his personnel are being treated more with respect. Thank you.